Okay, so we'll look at Sniper Elite 4 at 21/9 and specifically my thoughts on the game. I am really singing my praises for this game. Like I said in my technical breakdown, which you can watch via the link in the description or just head over to my channel page and it'll be there, this game really is fantastic fun and a superb evolution over its previous titles. So in brief, you are back in World War II, a setting I love playing in, and this time you are in the picturesque country of Italy, and it really is gorgeous. This is the best looking game in the series. In fact, it's one of the best looking games out there. It really is sublime, with bright colours, dense forests, wide open maps filled with lots of detail, and a fantastic number of missions to complete within any one area. So the big standout points over the last game, well, Sniper Elite 3 was similar in its kind of open map style, but this is just that slight step up in terms of smallish open worlds for each level. For example, you have a full island to explore and many side missions to complete on top of your main single mission. You also don't get given these missions straight off, but you have to pick them up by talking to people or listening to the radio. And whilst this is a small thing, it actually works really well. It's far more fun to be given your orders via a radio operator than the game just popping some text up telling you to do something for the sake of. The missions are also great fun, with the main objective generally being quite a large thing, such as destroying a railgun on an aqueduct or infiltrating a huge subbase. This game is just fun. It tries to change up the norm with interesting missions, and it works fantastically. Gameplay is very similar to Sniper Elite 3, which is a good thing, though again it has been touched up ever so slightly, and you really do feel totally at one with the environment. You can traverse cliff faces, and you generally feel unrestricted, and that freedom of movement really helps with immersion. They've really opened up the environment, with many buildings open to exploration, and moving between them, for example, in the cramped port town of the second mission, can be done via the windows on the second and third floors instead of having to go in the front door every time. You also have lots of different weapons and a very wide variety of ways to kill and complete your mission with rifles, pistols, landmines, strip mines, etc. The list is long, and again, it allows for great gameplay depth, as you can play around and push the boundaries to your liking. It's not rigidly telling you exactly how to complete the mission. What's important too is the AI is generally superb. It's challenging on normal, however still gives leeway for fun gameplay, but pumping the difficulty up will really stress your skills. Enemies are observant and will listen to movement and respond to different levels of threats in a reasonable way, though it still leans on the typical kind of AI of stealth we're all so used to, like throwing a rock to pinpoint, distract an enemy to take them out. I also love the inclusion of multiple stances beyond just crouch, prone, and standing. You can run whilst crouched, and this may seem small, but it's a big point for a stealth game, because being able to move quickly without standing upright is so important when trying to stay hidden behind a low obstacle. The highlight poster child for this game, the X-ray kill cams, are more violent than ever, with the body structures more detailed and breakable. However, whilst I still love them, I can't help but feel this is a slight step backwards in the fact that previous titles showed you the distance you were shooting over far more clearly, giving you a far better sense of the scale of the shot and the distance the bullets had to travel. All these kill cams are close-up, tight shots to the bullet and body. My guess is this allows for a steadier FPS, as it's easier to render these smaller scale views, but yeah, they don't quite feel as good as before in my book. That said, Sniper Elite 3 had annoying moments where it took too long with these moments, slowing time down too much, and it did get annoying, and so I'm glad that's gone. They've also tweaked how you shoot in this with the snipers. You get a lot of aid with being able to tell if your shots are going to hit, with a big marker over the enemy body that goes red and grey to denote a hit or not. And whilst this makes shots easier, it also, well, can make it a bit too easy. That said, I don't actually have much of a problem with it, because it's still hard making those long distance shots, and this game is painfully accurate in making sure your bullet hits precisely where you aimed, and gives no leeway to help you out. If you missed a person by a centimetre, you don't hit them, unlike most games that will give you the benefit of the doubt and have the bullet deal damage. Now, the game does also have a better choice of weapons, and it even has a silenced rifle and a second silenced pistol. Two massive things in a stealth game where silenced weapons are a godsend. However, they are both damn DLC, which really rubs me up the wrong way. This game is literally just launched and there is already DLC locked away. Why? Luckily there is suppressed ammo in this, which turns the tide quite interestingly in favour of using loud weapons. You have some customization of weapons too, with 2 camo choices, though again these need to be unlocked via skill progression, but this is a nice evolution, forcing you to pull off feats like killing people over a certain distance. They aren't paywall locked or some other BS. You can also try out every weapon in the game, including DLC weapons, in the shooting range, which I must say is very cool. It's a beautiful little area to freely run about, completing the challenges and just trying out things before you spend your in-game currency to unlock weapons or whatever. The world is also full of lots of discoverable items, letters and other small bits to find that do nudge you to really explore every nook and cranny, yet they don't hurt you if you want to focus on the main objective and decide stuff just doesn't interest you. Overall, this is without question the best Sniper Elite game in the series, and one that I would recommend to anyone interested in stealth or a beautiful Second World War setting. You won't regret this purchase. With such beautiful ultra-wide support as well, which you can see my full breakdown of in my video on that linked in the description, or just head over to my channel page, this is a must-buy from me. So I hope that gives you a better idea of what this game has to offer at 21x9. Give this video a like if you found it helpful, and subscribe for future info. For any other games at 21x9, head over to my channel. Hopefully I've covered it. If I haven't, then leave a comment down below and I'll try and cover it. And if you'd like to support the channel, the links to my Patreon page are in the description. See you later.
Harbor Master. He's the one Lucio told me to kill. Guess I grabbed it. Another dealt with. Checkpoint needs taken care of.
Wo ist der hin? Augenblick mal, da fehlt doch jemand. Einer unserer Männer hat's erwischt. Er wurde...
less threat for the partisans to worry about.